Well, new research suggests your attitude towards money significantly affects both your physical and emotional well-being. The president of Life Coach Financial, Renée Rebelo, joins us now with more. And I can understand that this is part education, but it's also part lifestyle and the stress of debt.
Yeah, there's a huge correlation between debt management and how people handle debt and depression and anxiety. And there's a lot of studies coming out now showing that there is a need for financial literacy, financial education, so that people can learn how to manage financial burdens a lot better. And there's a lot of mindset and learning from our parents that we had about debt, but we're in a new age. We're in an age where things cost a lot more, and we can't always just save and save and save until we're able to purchase something. We're having to utilize credit, but nobody teaches you how to manage that credit and how to pay it off so that you can purchase the next thing, or manage the cash flow ratios. So there is definitely a correlation to debt management, anxiety and depression. And they're also saying that anyone who is being treated for anxiety and depression should also be educated with regards to financial cash flow, debt management, and making sure they can figure out a little bit more about money, because you can handle the other elements of your health, but unless you really grasp the financial part of it, that stress and depression is going to come back. And one thing I find too a lot is mindset. I get a lot of people that say, oh, I can't afford that. No, I'll never buy that. I'll never be a homeowner. Well, when you start saying that to yourself, you're going to believe it. And unless you take action to change that, you're never going to. It's self-fulfilling. So I'm finding a lot of times that I'm coaching people and their families on, why do you think that? Well, I don't know. Well, if you don't know specifically why you think that, then let's change that. Let's prove to you how you can afford it. Let me teach you things that will allow you to get those things you want, right?
Because sometimes it's a really hard look, and putting down on paper or putting it into your phone even, of what you're actually spending on every day.
It's incredible. I'll look at people's cash flow, I'll look at their bank accounts, and I can pinpoint exactly where the areas in their life are problematic. So, I can find out, depending on different spending habits and amount of being spent based on the average, usually I'm able to say, hey, how's this area of your life? And you can see based on what they're spending, what they're doing, where their problem may lay. And I do believe there's a correlation between, some kind of psychological help and their spending habits. I do find that scarcity mindset is a thing. A lot of people have it, which impedes their ability for financial success. I'll get people who inherit money, millions of dollars, and still have the, I can't afford that, or they'll think, oh my goodness, I have this windfall. They'll spend it all, and they'll get back to, I have nothing.
Yeah. Well, how many lottery winner stories have we heard, right? Where that's the case, and I think it's the vast majority of large lottery winners.
And I see it all the time with inheritance. They get large amounts of money, they go and give money to this person, and they pay off that person's mortgage, and they do this. So instead of talking to a financial professional, they go and do whatever they feel they think they should do, and then they're back to square one within a year. So it's very sad, because they could have been set up for the rest of their life had they asked for some help or for some financial coaching, and unfortunately they end up back where they started, even after this large sum of money, with not even knowing really what they did with it.
Right, and we get into, sometimes it's a cycle, right? It's like you're learning from what your family knows,
right?
And until you get that literacy, then it's tough to kind of oh, I should be doing this. Or
it's I always say to people, it's like a diet. I can be a health professional and give you a diet and say, hey, you got to eat fish every day, but if I don't like fish, I'm not succeeding, right? I'll never lose the weight. But if you give me a diet of food I really like, then I'm going to be guaranteed to succeed in my weight loss journey. However, finances is exactly the same.
Right.
If I'm telling you can't, then you're never going to succeed.
Okay, what can you do? Okay, we'll get the links up to all your socials then, and your website as well, up on chch.com/morninglive. Thanks, Renée.
Thank you.